historic time as Zanzibar celebrates the anniversary of the revolution, symbolizing a new phase of the economic transformation. She notes that the new institute will significantly contribute to promoting sustainable fishing, advancing marine sciences research, and accelerating the growth of blue economy.
Uzinduzi huu unafanyika katika kipindi adhimu.
This launch is taking place at a historic moment as we commemorate the 62nd anniversary of the glorious Zanzibar Revolution. You will agree with me that the true meaning of this revolution is fully realized when it is accompanied by economic, social, and technological transformation. Such transformation cannot be achieved without deliberate investment in education, science, technology, and research. These buildings stand as a clear testament that the revolution is a continuous journey towards building a knowledge-based society, a strong economy, and citizens who are capable of competing in today's technology-driven world.
The Chancellor of the University of Dar es Salaam, Dr. Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, expresses his appreciation for the government's support and calling for the completion of the critical facilities to ensure the institute operates effectively.
Tuna mambo matatu ambayo tunaomba tusaidiwe.
We are grateful for these new buildings, but we also requested the completion of boys' hostels and the provision of research vessels to support students and lecturers in conducting marine studies. This includes the construction of a boys' hostel and the procurement of marine research vessel to support practical training for lecturers and students.
The Vice-Chancellor of the University of Dar es Salaam, Professor William Anangizie, and the Minister for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Adolf Mkenda, describes the Institute of Marine Sciences as the strategic drive of the blue economy.
The collaboration between the university and the ministry has successfully delivered a unique institution that will meet their country's need in marine research, skills development, and innovation in the blue economy. They also noted that through the HEAT project, the Buyo campus has exceeded expectation, making it one of the most outstanding marine science institutes in East Africa.
With the state-of-art facilities, renewed government vision, and a strong government backing, the Buyo campus is set to become a powerhouse of marine innovation, nurturing the next generation of ocean scientists and positioning Tanzania at the forefront of the blue economy in Africa. Reporting from Zanzibar, Antonia Kivari.
Member of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee and Minister of Foreign Affairs Wang Yi will visit Tanzania upon invitation from January the 9th to the 10th. Upon his arrival, the Chinese Minister of Foreign Affairs is expected to be received by the Minister for Foreign Affairs and East Africa Cooperation, Ambassador Mahmoud Thabit Kombo, and is expected to pay a courtesy call to the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan. The visit aims to strengthen Tanzania-China bilateral ties, which have enjoyed deep mutual benefits for both nations. Last year, Tanzania Investment and Special Economic Zones Authority, TISEZA, indicated that there were 343 Chinese-backed projects worth $3.1 billion, generating 82,404 jobs across the country. As part of his trip to other African countries, he is expected to attend the launching ceremony of the China-Africa Year of People-to-People exchanges at the African Union headquarters. The visit will mark the 36th consecutive year for Africa to be the destination of the Chinese Foreign Minister's first overseas trip of the year. In other news, Tanzania has taken a major step towards strengthening its blue economy and protecting coastal livelihoods with the launch of a new climate-focused seaweed farming project aiming to position the country better in climate change adaptation and mitigation, where in recent years the crisis has affected productivity through rising temperatures, diseases, pests, and changing ocean conditions. The project, which was launched today in Bagamoyo Coast region, titled Building a Resilient Seaweed Farming for Climate Change Adaptation and Mitigation in Tanzania, funded by the Tanzania Commission for Science and Technology, COSTECH, through the National Fund for the Advancement of Science and Technology.
Climate change impacts the increase of temperature. So the increase of temperature of seawater normally makes the seaweed get stressed. When they get stressed, they are like softer. The tissue becomes softer. So there are opportunistic bacteria, fungi, viruses which infects the seaweed.
A major milestone of this project will be the establishment of the seaweed tissue culture facility, which will produce disease-free planting materials to improve yields and sustainability in the sector.
Very important for the coastal community, ladies, and actually I would argue even men to participate in this project, because it is actually nowadays is contributing to the blue economy of the country, and it is improving the livelihood of the people that are living along the coast of Tanzania.
There's a lot that this community is going to benefit from this project. First of all, in terms of food security, families, individual persons will be able to get food, but they'll also be able to get income, because, you know, seaweed is harvested, is being processed, and then into different products.
The 300 million Tanzanian shillings project was implemented in July 2025 to June 2028, targets key seaweed farming zones in both mainland Tanzania and Zanzibar, where seaweed farming plays a vital role in income generation. Experts say the project is expected to boost resilience, improve livelihoods, and position seaweed farming as a key contributor to climate action and sustainable development in Tanzania. In other news, the Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, has decided to maintain the central bank rate at 5.75% for the first quarter of 2026, citing stable inflation and positive economic outlook. The decision, announced today, January the 7th, aims to keep inflation within the target range of 3 to 5% while supporting continued economic growth. The Bank of Tanzania will ensure that the 7-day interbank rate remains within the band of 3.75 to 7.75%. Speaking during the briefing, Bank of Tanzania Governor Emmanuel Tutuba says economic growth is expected to remain strong, with mainland Tanzania projected to grow by 6% and the Zanzibar economy by 7.2% in the first quarter of 2026.
The Monetary Policy Committee made a decision to maintain the central bank rate at 5.7%, as a 5.75% for the first quarter of 2026. Now, the decision was taken considering that inflation is projected to remain within the target range of 3 to 5%, and the Monetary Policy Committee expects economic conditions to be favorable, and therefore keeping the CBR rate unchanged would support robust economic growth. In line with the inflation and the growth projection, the Bank of Tanzania will implement monetary policy to ensure the 7-day interbank rate evolves within the band of 3.75% to 7.75%. And this now will continue to maintain our corridor of plus or minus 2%, which is 200 basis points from the CBR that has been set from 85.75% as usual. So we have maintained the central bank rate as it used to be for the previous quarter.
Inflation remained low and stable in the fourth quarter of 2025, averaging 3.5% in mainland Tanzania and 3.4% in Zanzibar, both within the government's target range. The government also noted improvement in the country's external sector, with the current account deficit narrowing to a 5-year low of 2.2% of GDP in 2025, driven by increased exports of gold, agricultural products, tourism, transport services and lower global oil prices. Meanwhile, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and East Africa Cooperation, Mahmoud Thabit Kombo, urges young people to take deliberate steps to learn and understand their history and cultural roots, insisting that knowledge is essential in safeguarding national values, peace and legacy. Esther Dels reports.
Honorable Kombo made the remarks during a special ceremony in which he officially handed over a gold medal of honor awarded by the President of Angola, His Excellency João Lourenço, to the family of the late Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere, which was received by the Mama Maria Nyerere, the First Lady of Tanzania, on behalf of the family. The ceremony was attended by the Ambassador of Angola to Tanzania, Domingos de Almeida da Silva, alongside members of the Nyerere family. The medal was presented as a sign of deep respect and appreciation for Mwalimu Julius Nyerere's pivotal role in supporting Angola's liberation struggle as the country marks 50 years of independence since 1975.
Anybody who doesn't know their history is a lost generation. I believe the new generation of Tanzania must study their history, must know their roots, must know where they're coming from. If you look at other developed nations like Americans, they are coming back to their roots and discovering Africa. I had the opportunity of meeting a number of students, about 50 students in Zanzibar, in Stone Town, where there was a slave market, the church. So I believe this is my key message to all the new generation. Now there's even AI for learning history in the internet also. I believe all the new generation must know their identity, must know where they're coming from, must know about their liberation struggle. Then they will understand the value of safeguarding the haven of peace you're talking about.
Meanwhile, speaking on behalf of the Angolan president, Ambassador Domingos de Almeida da Silva emphasizes that Angola will forever remain grateful to Mwalimu Julius Nyerere for his unwavering support in the fight against colonial rule and for the standing firm with African liberation movements.
Julio Nyerere, for us as a leader to support our independence. And then we don't know how to pay back this effort from the President Mwalimu and the people from Tanzania.
On the other hand, members of Nyerere family expressed heartfelt appreciation for the continued recognition of their father's legacy, noticing that his contribution to Africa's freedom and unity continues to inspire generations across the continent.
This is a great honor to us as a family, but as Mama Maria said when she spoke, it's really a recognition of Mwalimu Nyerere as an individual, but who represented also other people who were also part of the struggle.
Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere remains one of Africa's most respected and celebrated leaders, widely remembered for his firm commitment to African liberation, unity, peace, and self-determination, as he believed Africa is not free if other African countries are still under colonial rule. Esther Dels, TBC News.
The Minister of State in the Prime Minister's Office for Labour, Employment and Relations, Dels Sango, says as a result of the deliberate efforts by President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan to strengthen diplomatic relations with various countries, 109 young Tanzanians have secured opportunities to work abroad through government efforts in collaboration with private stakeholders. He made the remarks during the farewell ceremony of the beneficiaries, insisting that the government, through the Prime Minister's Office, Labour, Employment and Relations, continue to work with private stakeholders and embassies to improve the country's access to the international job opportunities. Esther Dels reports.
According to the 2024 Integrated Labour Force Survey released by the National Bureau of Statistics, Tanzania's national unemployment rate dropped to 6.2% in 2024. However, unemployment remains higher among women at 7.5% compared to 4.9% for men. Minister Sangu emphasizes that through institutions such as the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the government is actively negotiating and finalizing bilateral labor agreements to expand human capital mobility, noting that the agreement will ensure employment opportunities to rich youth from all backgrounds.
Let me take this opportunity to thank Her Excellency the President for the great work she has done in strengthening diplomatic relations, which are what have created these opportunities, including employment opportunities for our Tanzanian youth. Just recently, Her Excellency the President directed the Minister for Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation to address and manage various opportunities for Tanzania.
Meanwhile, beneficiaries of the program expressed their appreciation to the government, encouraging fellow youth to remain hopeful and take advantage of opportunities created through government and private sector initiatives.
This opportunity helps to reduce unemployment problems in our country. I myself am from the field of aviation, which have great demand in my country. So let me take this opportunity to tell my fellow youth to come and join us.
Them to come. If you know or if you don't know English also, you can come and join. You know what? Because we are going to the country, we don't know their language. Let's say US, yeah, it's English, but when I'm talking with Arabic countries, we don't know Arabic, you understand? But if you want to go to work there, it's allowed for you to go.
Past 2 months alone, the Ministry of Labour, Employment and Relations has facilitated the deployment of more than 1,000 youth to work abroad. Plans are underway to send over 10,000 more youth under signed bilateral labor agreements with countries including Japan, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and several European nations. Esther Deus, TBC News.
The Parliament of the United Republic of Tanzania has gone through various phases of change since its establishment. However, its true image as an institution that unites Tanzanians began to clearly emerge soon after independence and the union between Tanganyika and Zanzibar. Teddy Mparanyanga takes us through We Are Tanzania, highlighting how the parliament serves as a unifying force for Tanzanians.
Utanzania wangu ni muungano wetu na tofauti zetu zisibadilike tu.
As it is well known, the parliament is the second pillar among the 3 pillars of state. It is understood to be a vital institution in the country due to its significant role in strengthening national unity. One of the ways the parliament manifests itself as a symbol of national cohesion is through its role as the representative body of all citizens of Tanzania. This means that through the members of the parliament, elected by citizens from different parts of the country, the parliament carries the crucial responsibility of conveying the voices of diverse communities into decision-making at the national level. When the parliament convenes its sessions, it is entrusted with the duty of enacting laws founded in justice and equality. Laws aimed at protecting the rights of all citizens without discrimination. This helps people feel that they truly belong to one nation. In its continued efforts to strengthen national unity, the Parliament of Tanzania also serves as a platform for national dialogue, a place where issues, challenges, and national interests are discussed peacefully rather than through conflict or division. In doing so, it nurtures solidarity among citizens and strengthens the nation as a whole. Beyond these roles, and driven by its commitment to unity and national cohesion, the Parliament stands as an important institution for overseeing and holding the government accountable. By ensuring that resources and public services are delivered fairly to all citizens, Parliament helps build and reinforce public trust in the nation. Another key contribution of Parliament in demonstrating its effectiveness and success in uniting people under national unity lies in its responsibility to promote democracy and the rule of law. This ensures that citizens feel involved, respected, and valued in national affairs, especially when democracy is fully upheld and protected. In general, the Parliament functions as a bridge that brings together the diverse differences among citizens and transforms them into collective decisions made for the benefit of the entire nation. We are Tanzania. Teddy Mpainyanga, TBC News.
Utanzania wangu ni muungano wetu na tofauti zetu zisibadilike tu.
And in sports, the Minister of Information, Culture, Arts and Sports, Professor Palamagamba Kabudi, says Tanzania national team Taifa Stars is no longer a participant in international competitions, rather a competitor. Speaking after welcoming the Tanzanian national team Taifa Stars at Julius Nyerere International Airport, Professor Kabudi stresses that Taifa Stars is ready to compete and reach further in the upcoming AFCON 2027, where the nation will be the host, while Coach Miguel Gomondi praises Taifa Stars players by showing resilience in the competition.
For sure, we have to congratulate ourselves, and we are now preparing ourselves for AFCON 2027. And our main aim is to win the championship. It's possible. We need to prepare.
I'm very happy, very proud, and thank you very much for this occurred. And I think if all Tanzania can be happy, is our goal. These guys, the players, they give everything. They fighting a lot and they show another image, and I think we put Tanzania in the big map of African football.
Tanzania lost controversially against the host Morocco by a goal to nil in the 16th round of CAF Africa Cup of Nations AFCON after reaching the knockout round. And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Don't miss our next bulletin at 11 p.m. tonight. On behalf of the whole team, I'm Kanki Mwegomole. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.